I welcome all of you to the 17th session of Online Faculty Development Program on AI in Cloud Computing, Theory, Practice and Applications. Now the session will be handled by Dr. Pradeep Kumar Singh. Let me introduce him to you. Dr. Pradeep Kumar Singh currently working as an assistant professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in Central University of Jammu, Jammu and Kashmir, India. He has completed his PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Gautam Buddha University, Greater Noida, UP, India. He received his MTech CSC with a distinction from GGSIPU, New Delhi, and BTech CSC from UP Technological University, Lucknow, India. Dr. Singh has a life membership of Computer Society of India, life member of IEI, and promoted to a senior member grade from CSI, IEEE, and ACM. His research interests include data science technologies, wireless sensor networks, Internet of Things, and information security. He is one of the section editor of Discover IoT Springer Journal. He has published many research papers in various international journals and conferences of repute. Some of his SCI publications are in IEEE Access, Applied Intelligence, Multimedia Tools and Applications, and Computer Communications. Dr. Singh has total 203 articles in his Scopus account. He has authored and co-authored nearly 50 research papers in SCIE journals. He has a total Google Scholar citations of 4,100 and H index of 35 and I-10 index of 80. He has received three sponsored research project grants from Government of India and Government of HP, worth approximately 25 lakhs. He has edited many books from Springer and Elsevier. He has chaired more than 20 conferences as a technical session chair. He had delivered various invited talks during FDP's workshops and national and international conferences. We welcome you, sir. Now you can start the session, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for such a nice introduction. And I'm thankful to all the faculty coordinators for this kind invitation. Uh, so let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible now. Can somebody just
Yes, sir.
confirm me? Am I
Yes, sir.
my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Full
Okay, thank
screen.
you.
Keep it
Okay,
in
thank
full
you.
screen.
So, as I've been asked to share my views on the application of AI in cloud computing, so I just thought to decide a topic and took a case study to discuss the concept of leveraging AI and how the AI is transforming cloud computing services. What are the challenges? What are solutions? And how it could benefit in different aspects. I will be just talking about the basic contents initially, and thereafter I took a case study from the already published paper in IEEE Access. And with the help of that case study, I will be just talking about how the edge cloud and AI is impactful in case of Internet of Medical Things, and how this could be a future technologies and how this is going to help the life of medical professionals and the patients and along with the architects easier, and what are the challenges and you say the key concerns while implementing these particular technologies and the integration of cloud AI in case of Internet of Medical Things. So let me just start with the initial concepts of AI in cloud. What exactly we understand with the context of AI in cloud? What are the benefits? What are the current challenges? So Uh, this is about my detail, which you have already shared with among all the listeners. So I'm just going to skip it. These are a few information about the snapshot on Google Scholars and Scopus profile. These are three research projects which I have already completed, but I would like to emphasize. And recently, we have published two books. In the first book, we covered the challenges in context to the smart cities, where we address different challenges in context to AI, cloud, and the data science technologies, and how it is linked to the different problems in context to sustainable smart cities. This is the latest book which is edited by me, and I have three co-other editors. Professor Maslow from UK, Professor Fionn Murtaga, he's also from UK. We have another co-editor, Professor Muhammad Atikur Rahman, he's from US, and Professor Mohsin Farid, he's also from US. In this particular book, we try to explore the applicability of data science and AI for the digital healthcare. And this book is at the final stage. This is already in production, and this is going to publish in the Springer series of signals and communication technologies. And this is indexed by Scopus, DBLP, and Web of Science. So, from this particular book, I thought, let me just take the topic where I will be just talking about initially how the AI is transforming the cloud computing concepts, what are the current challenges, and how we can address these challenges of cloud computing. Thereafter, we will talk about how the AI solutions for cloud computing are challenging, and then I will just touch upon various AI solutions for the cloud computing challenges. And then the next, I would be talking about how the AI can benefit to the cloud adopters. What are the benefits of AI in cloud computing?
Sir,
Of
slides are
course,
not moving, sir.
slides are not moving.
Not moving, sir. Full screen, please.
Let me just reshare it. I believe it is better now. Are you able to are you
Yes,
able to see
sir.
the outline slide?
Yes, sir.
Slide number 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And now, as far as the outline of this presentation is concerned, I will touch upon few of the benefits of AI in the cloud computing, and then I will discuss the challenges and what are the downsides of applying the AI to the cloud computing. Then we'll see how the cloud and AI is envisioned various future technologies. And then I will touch upon the context of AI and the cloud synergy. And then I took a case study where, as far as our context is concerned, these authors have already taken the uses of edge, cloud, and AI for the Internet of Medical Things, and they discussed about how these the integration of edge, cloud, and AI can contribute at the architecture level, at the technology level, and how it could address the applications. So this case study I have taken for the discussion. So let's begin as per the outline. So as far as the first part is concerned, if I would say AI application in cloud computing, uh, in our discussion, we will just talk about the challenges which are faced by the cloud computing, and we will see how AI addresses these challenges. Because of course, the cloud have various advantages, and of course, at the same time, it has a lot of disadvantages, or I would say indirectly the challenges. So my key emphasis is on, if we have some challenges, whether the AI is going to address those challenges, whether the AI is going to contribute directly or indirectly in this context, and what benefit actually the AI brings to the cloud computing platforms. So this is how I would try to explore the application of AI in cloud computing. As far as the general introduction in context to the application of AI in cloud computing is concerned, we all know that due to the intelligence in the algorithm, because AI is comprises of many algorithms where some intelligence are being incorporated. AI has given an enormous power for the cloud computing services, and in this particular case, this is considered to be one of the key driver of creation of cutting edge smart applications. So we will try to explore the potentials of AI, how the AI can transform the way in different forms like data storage, and look at the geographical boundaries, how we can access these cloud features, and because of the edge computing, these nodes are also intelligent. The intelligence is has been incorporated at the node level also, so we know how to actually fetch the data, and we have to only fetch the data which is useful, and there is no need to analyze the data which is beyond a certain point or beyond a certain uh, benchmark which is set by us. So in that particular case, due to the abundance of cloud model, AI developers and the users begin to build an ecosystem that enhance million of people's life, and there are a lot of applications where the AI in cloud has been incorporated. If we look at the most popular applications of AI with the cloud, you can see a lot of papers in context to the medical applications. You will find a lot of studies where the people have applied AI in cloud for the education as well. And as far as our day-to-day application are concerned, we are using these modern digital assistants in our mobiles, like all the Apple phone users are using Siri, and as far as our homes TVs are concerned, we are using Google Home or the Alexa from the Amazon, and all these have incorporated AI and the cloud computing in our daily lives. Of course, we are using it at some level, and we will touch upon how the AI has improved, because all we are aware of the cloud computing is basically became more popular due to its various services, because the first and the most attractive point which makes the cloud computing more popular was pay per use. So we have to pay according to the services we are looking for. Thereafter, there were few features which makes cloud to be more popular, where the most important one was this help us to create or expand the infrastructures as per our need without having any hardware resource. So if you want to implement or we want to develop any solution, there is no need to bother about the hardware resources, but based on our based on our requirement, we can buy these particular resources, and we have already a good infrastructure as a service. So now we have to see at this particular level how the AI professionals are using infrastructure as a service at the cloud model, and how they can further improve the utility of these complex infrastructure features. Because earlier, if you just set aside the cloud services one side, the person has to worried about the memory, about the disk space, about the utility of CPUs, GPUs, and again, apart from that, we have to take care of the network resources, how the OS would work. So all these features are already being handled by the infrastructure as a service under the cloud without having to wait for an infrastructure team to set up them. Because as it is already there in the cloud, we have to see how further AI can make it much better. Additionally, I would say that AI professionals can deploy a range of apply algorithms and data science services such as the data catalog services and the Jupyter notebook, to create next generation smart apps and with the help of platform as a service as part of the cloud architecture is concerned. So, in the similar way, we can also see how the AI is contributing in the third dimension of cloud, which is software as a service. So, the first could be from the aspects of infrastructure as a service. The second could be from the platform as a service, and third we have to see from the aspects of software as a service. So, how these models can utilize and integrate AI services into different applications, and for making the smart infra and a complete service. Data and software were solely on the premises prior to the SaaS, and SaaS shifted everything to the cloud. So this facilitating communication, efficiency, and the file sharing are the challenges, and there are still some challenges which are in place, so that we will touch upon from different prospects. And then we have to think upon how the next development in AI is for the smart SaaS. So nowadays, the smart SaaS is very popular word where a lot of people are trying to implement the intelligence in the softwares, and the whole context is about how we can make the softwares intelligent to provide a better services. So if we can provide a smart SaaS with the help of AI, that we can say this AI is building the smart cloud services, wherein the services can leverage broader AI and machine learning to improve the customer experiences. Because the advantages with the machine learning is machine learning models is keeps learning from the past experiences. So according to that, we can adjust the factors. So in the similar way, based on the user experiences, this AI and ML models can provide the smart SaaS services in case of the cloud model. So these are the three contexts from where we can see the utility of AI in context to platform as a service, software as a service, and from the context of infrastructure as a service. So as far as this application of AI in cloud computing is concerned, the cloud computing is gaining additional features that will support the utilization of more advanced AI applications, and with the help of the features like containerization, developers can divide a program to run on various platforms and the computer environments. So that interoperability could be a good feature. And in that particular case, with the help of Kubernetes, containerized applications can be automatically deployed. We can scale up and scale down as per our requirement, and this can help us in better managing the resources. So that helps to automatically deploy, scaled, and managed. This allow apps to run on several cloud providers without having to worry about the computing environment. And at the backend, whatever the computing environment is being used, the executors of the app should not be worried about. And as far as the AI skills are being used extensively in the research and the development to make cloud computing environment more strategic, insight driven, and efficient for the enterprises. So we have to see various applications of the AI in cloud computing and how the different enterprises are using it. So I would say by storing the data and the apps on the cloud, cloud computing give business increased cost saving, more flexibility, and more agility. As far as the cloud computing is increasingly being layered with the AI capacities, which assist business in managing their data, finding patterns and insight in the data, it providing a better customer experiences and streamlining the workflow. As far as the AI application in the cloud is concerned, the cloud computing infrastructures are useful, and they are making it much better using the AI in order to automate, or in order to help automate repetitive activities. It reduces the overall burden, and it reduces the overall burden of monitoring, managing. So the self heal is basically a problem which arises, and AI could be a solution which can do a self healing in case of shifting from one resources to another resources, to reduce the burden of various virtual machines, and to do the monitoring and managing the resources. So by leveraging the AI at these particular stages, this AI could found to be very good solutions in the cloud computing. And there are a lot of studies where the cloud computing abilities have been explored, and their ability to enable AI are virtually limitless. We cannot list out all the requirements and the benefits, and there's still a lot of research is going on. But yes, of course, the utility of AI in cloud computing make it much efficient and more user friendly. So let's see how AI is transforming the cloud computing. So as far as the transformation with the help of AI in cloud computing is concerned, in the evolving landscape of the technology, where we have to see the synergy between the AI and the cloud, in this particular case, what we would say, let's look at what are the ways in which the AI can transform the cloud computing. I just try to identify the few ways from the different resources where the AI is automating different tasks. It is trying to optimizing the resource allocation, it enhancing the security, it enabling the advanced analytics, and personalizing cloud services is boosting efficiency and the responsiveness. As far as these ways, or you say the approaches of the AI transforming in cloud is concerned, the first and the most important, I would say, the AI is greatly efficient in case of making the services automated and optimized. Apart from that, the AI can put some check algorithms where we can detect the errors, we can identify the phishing attacks, we can identify the security lapses, and if there is some issue, the automated triggers can be generated, and this could be automated checkpoints. Apart from that, the AI can assist in predictive maintenance, as well as it is helpful while the data analytics is concerned. And yes, as far as the natural language processing, deep learning, and the edge computing is concerned, and these particular technologies are helping in different ways. But as far as this natural language processing is concerned, this is one of the area where the NLP can transform a large number of unstructured data into a structured data. So once the unstructured data is being transformed into a structured data, we can transform that unstructured information into an structured information. For example, let's say we have a medical record which is unstructured. So that medical record which is unstructured, while applying the NLP algorithm, we can convert this medical data into structured medical data. So this is how this NLP would be applied, which is one of the subdomain of AI. Then, as I was talking about, the AI can help in resource management, where we can shift, or we can just share the load among the different virtual machines and the servers according to the availability. And apart from that, the AI can also help up to some extent in customization. So based on the requirement of customer, specifically, customized solutions could be provided, and then it can also have the utility of content recommendation. So as far as the content recommendation is concerned, I have one slide already where I've given an example, but for a time being, I would say nowadays, whatever the channel we are using, they already the contents which are being recommended. So that could also be done if we incorporate the AI at the cloud, and the AI as a service and AI as infra. And although, as far as I was talking about the smart services, so that this could be applied at all three stages, and we have to see how this could be applied on the data privacy and the auto scaling. So let's look at the point wise with example. What are actually the challenges while when we want to apply the AI? Before that, let's look at the challenges in context to the cloud computing. So, as far as these challenges in context to the cloud computing are concerned, the cloud computing is as I was talking about the first feature, and apart from that, at the same time, a challenge is the scalability. So, as we see, the availability to handle the workload and scale resources accordingly is crucial for the cloud computing environment, because sometimes a user might need a higher workload, and according to that they may look for the virtual machines which can handle the higher workload. But if they are running short of the higher workload, then they want to switch to the services where the less resources are required. So whether we can handle the scalability, and as far as the example of the scalability is concerned, I would say the Black Friday. So as in this Black Friday is a very buzzword and popular in the US, where a lot of websites and the e-commerce websites start putting the sales on every Friday. So when they are doing their promotional activities specifically on the Friday, the website experience surge a lot of traffic. So here the challenge is, if on a specific Friday, if a lot of traffic is coming on the website, whether we are able to provide the same responsiveness to the user, whether if let's suppose in comparison to one half million, if 2 million users are coming to visit a particular website, whether the same type of experience would be there, and in that particular case how we can scale the infrastructure to accommodate the increased load. So this scaling up and scaling down is basically a very challenging, and they are people who are working on and looking for how machine learning algorithms and machine learning models can handle this scalability issue. So this is the one example which I took as a challenge in context to the cloud computing. Let's look at another challenge and the feature of cloud computing. So as far as the resource allocation is concerned, the efficient allocation of resources such as computing power, storage, network bandwidth is essential to meet the performance requirement. And at the same time, we want to keep the cost minimum, which is the most challenging. In that case, we can see an example. Let's suppose a cloud provider need to allocate the resources dynamically to different virtual machines based on their workload demand, to prioritize and to optimize the resource utilization. So we can see how this demand could be meet out, and where we can apply the AI algorithms to do the better resource allocation. The third challenge in context to the cloud computing is security and the privacy. So, as far as this challenge of security and the privacy is concerned, we have to look upon the idea how we can make the cloud features as more secure, and how we can protect the data to provide the privacy features. In that particular case, protecting the sensitive data and ensuring the privacy in shared cloud environment is a top priority. So, as far as the example in case of the security and privacy is concerned, let's suppose encrypting the data at rest and in transit, and then implementing access controls and regularly auditing security measures help mitigating the security risk in the cloud. So we have to check and compare what kind of encryption techniques are more useful, which require the less computing resources and which can easily be applied. And at the same time, we have to see whether it able to meet the requirements of security and privacy. Apart from that, there is another challenge which is very popular, and that is related to the optimization. So as far as the optimizing the resource uses and the application performance is concerned, this is very crucial for maximizing the efficiency of cloud deployments. So as far as an example is concerned, let's say we want to utilize the caching mechanism to reduce the latency and employing the load balancing techniques to distribute incoming requests evenly across the servers. So if let's suppose a lot of requests which are coming to the server, how we can equally divide it among the available machines. And at the same time, we have to take care if a machine is busy, how that load could be shared among the other, which is free at a particular moment. Because if we fix the load among different machines, that could not be a better idea. So how we can do an intelligent load balancing. So as far as that intelligent load balancing techniques is concerned, this is one of the key area where the people are working from last few years, and there are a lot of research paper I have seen where the people have worked upon the intelligent load balancing techniques, where they have applied many AI-based algorithms in the cloud. And the next one, which is also very important and which is very challenging in case of the cloud computing, is fault tolerance. In that case, as far as the fault tolerance is concerned, it is about ensuring high availability and the reliability in the face of hardware failures. So, if we meet with the hardware failure or with the network failure, or is there any cyber attack, so how we can handle those faults? What about the backup strategies? How we can save the data? How the saved data can intelligently be recovered without the minimum errors? If our network is down, how we can detect those issues? In that particular case, that tolerance of different category of faults is again a challenge. In that case, for example, let's suppose you are implementing a redundant system. In that case, you have to see how you can apply the AI for the backup strategies, how you can apply the AI in context to the disaster recovery plan to minimize the downtime so the user can get the services as earlier as possible. And if there are some data loss, how we can manage that data loss, because sometimes we might have heard about a specific server is being captured and it is being compromised. So if there's let's suppose if a particular data is being compromised, what are the ways where we can use our backup strategies and we have the backup data which can help us to recover our own actual data at the time of fault tolerance attacks. So let's look at, now we have just covered in the first part the challenges which are there in the cloud computing. Now I will touch upon how the various AI based solutions are found to be effective and how they can overcome these challenges in one way or another way. So let's look at the various AI based solutions for the cloud computing challenges. So as far as this first AI solutions for cloud computing challenges is concerned, I would say that the predictive analytics is one of the area. And before I cover this, May I have a response from any audience? Am I audible to all of you clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. If you have any doubt or is there any interruption in the connection, please do let me know in between. I hope this is visible.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is my screen is visible?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, as far as this AI solutions for cloud computing challenges is concerned, and first I would say this AI offers the innovative solutions to address the various challenges. So, the first I would like to discuss about the predictive analytics. So, the AI has basically AI has been used in predictive analytics, and it can help to forecast the resource demand. So, based on the past data which we have for a particular client, and as few minutes ago I was talking about the Black Friday example. So, in the similar way, based on the specific geographical locations or based on the demand of a particular company, or for example, let's say in a specific location, for example, in India, and specifically in a particular zone, if the people are visiting a particular set of websites on weekends, it means we can use the data set to do predictions for future. So as far as the AI powered predictive analytics is there. This AI powered predictive analytics can forecast the resource demand based on the historical data. And based on this demand, we can try to do our best to meet out the current trends, and we can have a enabling proactive scaling. So as let's suppose a service provider is already have a demand on the weekends, which is Saturday and Sunday. Accordingly, the service providers can scale up the infrastructure requirements for the weekend, and the users can have a similar user experience. In that particular case, for example, let's look at another example. For let's say in case of the Netflix nowadays are using machine learning algorithms to predict the user demand, and accordingly it may allocate the resources to ensure the smooth streaming during the peak hours. And probably you might have seen these the similar kind of Netflix platforms also providing the recommendations based on the recommendation systems. But as we want to see the solutions from the cloud aspects, I would say in this particular case, the predictive analytics could be one of the solution. The another could be the machine learning for the resource management. So we can train our machines based on the different patterns, based on the past analysis, and accordingly the machine can train better itself. So the machine learning algorithms can dynamically allocate the resources based on the workload pattern. If the workload pattern is high, we can improve the demand of the CPUs, GPUs, and accordingly we can provide the optimized performance. And whenever it's less, this could be managed. So according to requirement, this vice versa is applicable. And in the similar way, for example, you say a Google Auto ML technologies is helping automatically optimizing the allocation of virtual machines in its cloud platform to meet the application requirement efficiently. And in the similar way, as far as the feature of Google is concerned, the Amazon service providers have already integrated various ML techniques for the resource management. And if you go and search on the web, there are a lot of papers which are coming up where the people have applied the machine learning techniques for better resource management in case of the cloud computing. Apart from that, I would say the another solution could be the AI solution for cloud computing challenges. So as far as the solutions in context to the AI is concerned, I would say anomaly detection is another area. In that case, we can deploy or we can apply the AI techniques where we can identify or we can address the anomalies. So if they are basically, let's suppose, the the intrusion detection systems or the network intrusion detection systems where NIDS are there. So if the NIDS, if in the NIDS we can integrate the AI techniques, then in the NIDS we can easily identify if there is any intrusion. This can notify automatically so that anomaly detection can enhance the security, and by identifying the suspicious activities we can have the less threats, so the potential threats in real life may be reduced. So the anomaly detection, if we can apply the AI, so AI in cloud for anomaly detection could also be a solution. And there are a lot of research which is still going on in this particular area. So as far as the intrusion detection systems uses the machine learning models to analyze network traffic pattern, it can detect the abnormal behavior indicatives of a cyber attack. So we can see there are some abnormalities. That abnormalities may lead to few attacks, which could be a cyber attack as well. So that AI solutions which can identify these anomalies at early stage could help us to sustain our cloud services. There is another solution which is also very popular, and that is automated optimization. So in that particular case, as few minutes ago I was talking about, the Google is also using the optimization services. In the similar way, the Amazon is also using. And in that case, the solution could be we can have an AI driven automation that can optimize the cloud infrastructure and application performance, and that can reduce the need for manual intervention. So if we can reduce the need of manual intervention, that could be the best way to handle, and we can have the better optimized uh, uh, resources. So in that particular case, the AWS employ the AI algorithm to automatically adjust the server configuration and optimize the performance based on the workload characteristics. Apart from that, as you can see, whatever the challenges we have, these challenges and these challenges in similar way could be converted into the opportunities. So this is how these could be the solutions where AI could be applied. And yes, I would say this is one of the very important aspects where we can develop the self-healing systems using the AI. So in that particular case, I would say if the AI can integrate the feature of self-healing in the cloud in a better way, in that case, this could leverage the cloud features, and this could make the cloud more acceptable. So in this particular case, I would say, as far as the AI based self healing is concerned, uh, uh, our expectations could be we want the AI based self healing systems to detect and mitigate the faults. And if the system can automatically detect and mitigate the fault, we can ensure the high availability. And in that particular case, I took an example where the Microsoft Azure itself is using the AI driven monitoring and diagnostic tools to detect the anomalies and perform automated remediation actions to maintain the service uptime. So these are few solutions which I have discussed, and I would say now let's look upon what are the key algorithm and which could help and which basically a part of AI. Uh, so if we search upon the key algorithms in cloud computing, and the basic category where the most of key algorithms falls in, And the most popular one and the most where you will see the maximum papers is the deep learning. So the deep learning model are particularly based upon the extensive use of the neural networks, and where the deep learning models are basically used for various tasks such as image recognition, natural language processing, and the recommendation systems in the cloud-based applications. And as far as this uses of deep learning is concerned, uh, we can take an example for say Google Cloud Vision API employ the deep learning algorithm to analyze and classify the images uploaded by the user. So with the help of this Google Cloud Vision API, you can just classify those particular images. So this deep learning algorithms can easily analyze. And the next key algorithm which comes under the AI is the reinforcement learning. So as far as the other category of paper you will look upon is the reinforcement learning algorithms, where the IBM Watson have used AI platforms by utilizing the capabilities of reinforcement learning. And these reinforcement learning algorithms are basically employed for the dynamic resource allocation. And here this helps in workload scheduling, and it optimizes the energy consumption in the cloud environment. So this reinforcement learning are the best example where we want we want to have the maximum uh, advantages of the AI algorithm, and this is being utilized for adjusting the loads dynamically. So, in the similar way, the IBM Watson has used, and this has applied this reinforcement learning to optimize the energy uses in the data centers by dynamically adjusting cooling systems based on the real-time environment conditions. Now, the another category of algorithm where you will find more papers belongs to the genetic algorithm. See, the genetic algorithms are utilized for optimizing the cloud resource allocation, workload placement, and the network configuration to improve the performance and the efficiency. For example, Optimal J is an example where the genetic algorithm based algorithms are applied, and in this particular case, the cloud optimization tool uses genetic algorithms to find the best configuration of virtual machines and network topology to minimize the latency and maximize the throughput. So these are a few key algorithms I thought I should touch upon. Where the another one is the swarm intelligence. So this swarm intelligence is already an established algorithms category where this has been used in the cloud computing, and in that particular case the swarm intelligence techniques like an ant colony optimization or particle swarm optimization are applied for solving the optimization problem in the cloud computing, and specifically it is being incorporated in context to task scheduling and the load balancing. So this is we have to see, and there are few papers also where the people have done the comparative analysis. They incorporated the swarm intelligence based techniques like ant colony and PSO for the load balancing, and they can see if we increase the number of virtual machines and increase the load, how the both algorithms behave, and which could do a better task scheduling and which could do the better load balancing. So there are few papers which are already available, and the Alibaba Cloud is one of the example where they have incorporated the swarm intelligence algorithm to optimize the resource allocation and the workload scheduling, to maximize the utilization of cloud resources and minimizing the cost. And here I have given example where this features is being incorporated, but it doesn't mean this is not incorporated in other cloud platforms. But when I search on the internet, I found that specifically this particular company or the service provider is using this feature. So I just pick that particular company or the service provider's name. But of course, the swarm intelligence for the load optimization may also be incorporated in the AWS server or the Google servers, Google service providers as well. The another category of algorithm which is also popular, which belongs to AI for the cloud computing, is the Bayesian network. So here, as we all know that the Bayesian networks works on the probabilistic reasoning to take the decision. In this particular case, the Bayesian network are also used for probabilistic reasoning and decision making in the cloud resource management, security analysis, and the fault diagnosis. So the Microsoft Azure security centers employ the Bayesian network to analyze the security telemetry data and identify potential threats and the vulnerabilities in the cloud environment. So if we can detect the vulnerabilities, this is one of the key features. We can handle the errors at early stage. So for that, the Microsoft Azure has applied the Bayesian network. So these were the few key algorithms which are already in place, where these key AI-based algorithms, the people are utilizing these AI algorithms in the cloud for various features. Now let's see how this particular trend of AI can benefit the cloud adopters. So if we are using the services of cloud, and how the cloud service providers can integrate its AI based algorithms in their infra label or at their service label, or at other stages to provide the better services. So as far as the trend of AI for transforming the cloud computing is concerned, it benefits the cloud adopters by improving the operational efficiency, of course, by reducing the cost, and by enhancing the security and enabling more personalized and innovative cloud-based services. Additionally, I would say the AI-driven insights and automation can help the organization make data driven decisions and respond quickly to changing the business demands. Ultimately, it's leading to a competitive edge in the digital landscape. So, this is how we can see, and I just thought let's collect the cloud providers initiative for the AI in the cloud and a small description about these particular services. So these are the few initiatives from the cloud service providers where they are incorporating the AI in the cloud. So at the left side, the services are being shown, or the area are being listed, and at the right side, a description of each particular service is provided. So if we look at the left side, the first, this AI is already we have discussed at the service label and at the infra label. As far as the uses of AI at service label is concerned, the cloud providers offer AI service and platforms. For example, you can say the AWS SageMaker or the Google AI platform for AI model development and the deployment. Apart from that, as far as the management of AI infrastructure is concerned, this AI can help to provide and manage the GPUs, and it helps in simplifying the access to the high performance computing for various varying workload. Because as I was talking about, with the help of various scenario, sometime the demand may goes up and sometime the demand goes down. So according to the varying workload, how the AI can adjust the those particular demands. In the similar way, this AI could also be seen from the integration aspect, how the cloud providers integrate AI capabilities into their cloud services for making it easy to add AI features to application and the workflow. Of course, we all know since beginning in the cloud security is one of the challenging area. So in that case, we have to see, and there is a need to investigate the investment in the AI-driven security solutions for the threat detection, for the mitigation of attacks, and how this AI-based model can safeguard from these attacks and protect the data. Apart from that, there is another category which is about auto scaling. So whether we can incorporate the AI power, auto scaling and resource optimization to dynamically adjust the resources based on workload requirements, optimizing cost, etc. Now the AI is also being incorporated for the e-governance services. So where how the AI governance in context to cloud could be managed, and we have to see what are the issues. As far as this context is concerned, the implementation of AI governance and the compliances which are required to be meet out based on the requirement of different government agencies. We have to see what measures to ensure and makes the AI based systems responsible and ethical AI use. Apart from that, we have to see from the aspect of AI marketplace, where offering the AI marketplace, where user can access pre-built AI model and simplifying AI integration into applications. Then, of course, as I was talking about, one of the key area at nowadays where the people are exploring the utility of AI-based clouds in education. So the AI training in that particular case is one of the theme. We are providing AI and machine learning training and the certification program to help user to build AI expertise is another area. And whenever we search on the Google, the AI comes into the top three technologies which have the demand of most of the manpower. So if we can develop few a kind of ecosystem where the AI based training and you say the certifications are possible, that could also develop more AI experts. And then the next, I would say the AI based ecosystem. So whether we can foster an AI ecosystem by partnering with the AI focused companies and the startups for enabling access to innovative AI technologies and expertise. So I have already touched upon this all part, which is AI-based education, where the whole idea would be on offering the educational resources, the tutorials, the data to the presentations, and how we can assist the users effectively in utilizing the AI tools and the services. There is a need to see how this AI based AI education based exams could also be conducted, and how we can leverage this AI in education through the cloud, where the automated test and you say the scores is being generated, and according to that we can incorporate the difficulty label whenever the level of users rises from low to intermediate to high level user. So this is how I just try to touch upon how the cloud providers are addressing different issues and a bit description about it. Now let's look at the benefits of AI in context to the cloud. So as far as this integration of AI into the cloud computing is concerned, there are numerous benefits, and uh, we cannot even compile it, but I just try to identify the key benefits of AI in the cloud computing. So I just thought let's first put upon the efficiency. So as far as the implementation of AI in the cloud computing is concerned, there is no doubt about it. It may improve the efficiency part, and the AI driven automation and the optimization improve the resource utilization, application performance, and the overall efficiency of the cloud environment. So as far as this improving the efficiency is concerned, I just thought to search upon example, and the Salesforce AI platform is one of the platform which analyze the customer data to provide the personalized recommendations. And this is how, if whenever we are going for a shopping in even physical mode, and if there's a salesperson who gave a full address to us and who try to meet out our demand, of course there are more chances we will buy the product. In the similar way, in the virtual world, where all the items are placed on the cloud, and if there is any AI platform which can help the customer to analyze its choice, and which can provide a lot of, you say, feedback to the customer, of course this personalized recommendation through the AI system can create a kind of a similar environment which is possible while visiting a particular shop or a sales store. So by the support of this personalized recommendation system which are being developed based on the AI, can optimize the sales process, and of course if the customer are being satisfied, they are most chance for buying a particular product. It can lead to increased productivity, and if there's more sale, there are more revenue. So this increase the productivity and the revenue. The next benefit of AI in the cloud computing is cost saving. So these particular AI powered predictive analytics and the resource management help in reducing the cost by optimizing the resource allocation and minimizing the waste. So when I search upon the different examples, I thought let's take one of the example from the Google Cloud Cost Optimization Tools perspective, and this tool is able to do the analysis, and it uses the patterns and the recommends the cost saving measures such as right sizing virtual machines, when we have to shutting down the ideal resources, when we have to upgrade the resource requirement, when we have to downgrade the resource requirement, or you should say the virtual machines requirement. So this is how the user can do the cost saving. The next is about the improved security. So as far as this improved security part is concerned, we already discussed about how the AI can handle the different kind of anomalies and the threats. So AI-based threat detection, or the IDS systems, or the network intrusion detection systems could provide the better security. So we can say that The AI-based threat detection and the anomaly detection can boost the security and it reduce the risk. And this is how it could enhance the data protection in the cloud deployments. As far as the example is concerned, the Palo Alto Network Cortex XDR platform is one of the platform which is utilizing the AI algorithm to detect and respond to the cyber threats. And when these cyber threats across the end nodes or through the networks are being reported, the we can have a better real-time response system, and the security measures could easily be applied if we know these particular threats in time. The another significant benefit of AI in the cloud computing, we could say the scalability and the flexibility. So as far as the scalability is concerned, we all know whether how we can increase or decrease the resource requirements, whether we can scale up or scale down or not. Because if we buy a particular resource in physical mode, let's suppose we have a hard disk. So if we want to scale up, we have to buy another hard disk. But if we want to scale down, that's not possible. But this is how the AI can enable the dynamic scaling and adaptive resource allocation, and this allowing cloud environment to scale seamlessly to meet the changing demands. The example, of course, this scalability and flexibility is being offered by all the service providers, and Microsoft Azure is one of the service providers, where the Azure auto scale feature automatically scale the resources up and down based on the predefined criteria such as CPU uses or incoming request to ensure the optimal performance and the cost efficiency. So another benefits of AI, we can say that the reliability and the resilience is another benefit of AI in the cloud, where the AI-driven self-healing mechanism enhance the resilience of cloud infrastructure, and it ensure that the the services are highly available and we have a better reliability. So if we say this reliability and resilience is concerned, this is also a common feature of all service providers. And the Amazon Web Service, AWS Lambda service automatically manage the scaling, monitoring, and the maintenance of serviceless applications, and that ensure the continuous availability and the fault tolerance. So this is how I just try to um, I collect a few benefits of the cloud. Let's look at what are the downsides of applying the AI to the cloud computing. Because till now we have just discussed about the benefits and how it improves the features. But of course, there are some downsides, or indirectly, I would say there are some features which you have to look upon from the aspects of whether applying the AI to the cloud may make it more complex, whether it's going to increase the cost, indirect cost of applying the AI or not. What about the security risk and the privacy concern if our AI algorithms are being managed? What about the biasness and the fairness of AI algorithm? And now we have to look from the data governance aspects as well, and the scalability, reliability, ethical consideration, regulatory compliances, and the dependency on the AI algorithm are the few key downsides if we are going to apply the AI on the cloud computing. So while we are talking about the downside of applying the AI to the cloud computing, and we have to look at the challenges and the considerations. So in that case, while integrating the AI and the cloud, Of course, there is no doubt it offers several benefits, but there is a need to examine it and see what are the drawbacks as well at the same time. So, with the help of different case studies, we can just look at and we can delve into the complexities and the considerations surrounding the utilization of AI in the cloud environment. So let's look at the few points, and I would just try to touch upon the downsides of applying the AI to the cloud computing. As far as these downsides of applying the AI to cloud computing is concerned, the first and the foremost point which we have to think upon is the over reliance on AI. So, as far as this over reliance on AI is concerned, in this particular case, let's suppose we want to make our entire system to be automated. In that particular case, we we may ignore the human involvement, and in that particular case, there is need to critically examine whether how the system would handle the resources and what are actually the benefits and up to what extent we are able to handle the security and the other breach, and what are the challenge in context to the ethical considerations. So as far as the over reliance on AI is concerned, one of the significant downside of applying the AI to cloud computing is the risk of over reliance on AI automation and decision making process. For example, let's say the autonomous cloud management could be a case where we want to completely automate the cloud management. So let's just try to consider a scenario where the cloud service provider implement an autonomous cloud management system powered by the AI algorithm, where the system excel in optimizing resource allocation and enhancing the performance. But it may lead to over reliance on AI without human oversight. So, for example, if we look at the challenge could be the unforeseen consequences. In such a case, the AI system may make decision based solely on the optimization goal, but at the same time, it may overlook the critical factors such as security, the compliance guidelines, or the ethical considerations. So, this may result in unintended consequences such as data breaches or the regulatory violations, or highlighting the importance of maintaining human oversight and the control in AI driven cloud environments. So this is one of the downside of applying the AI. The another could be the complexity and the opacity. So as far as the integration of AI is concerned, the integration of AI introduces the complexity and the opacity in cloud computing systems, making it challenging to understand and interpret AI-driven process and outcomes. So as far as, for example, example is concerned, let's say there is a Blockbox AI system, and consider a cloud platform that incorporate Blockbox. So AI system for workload optimization and resource management. While these AI algorithm may deliver the impressive result, their inner working remain opaque to the users and the administrators. And if the users and the administrators are not much aware of the AI systems, and they doesn't know how it is working, because this is a kind of black box, sometimes they want to make some changes, or if they want to handle a situation or a complex situation, it's very difficult to handle at a moment. In that case, for example, consider a scenario where the lack of transparency is there. The user may struggle to understand how AI is taking a decision, how the AI decisions are made, and that leading to distrust and skepticism regarding the reliability and the fairness of AI driven cloud services. and this could lack of transparency and can hinder the adaptation and impedance the effective management of cloud environment. So of course we should use the AI, but that using the AI in form of the black box systems may be a downside, and we have to think upon it, and we have to see how we can look for a solution where these challenges should also be meet out. The another downside of applying the AI to cloud computing, I would say, the security and privacy concerns. So, as far as the security and the privacy concerns are concerned, the use of AI in cloud computing raises a significant security and privacy concerns, particularly regarding the protection of sensitive data and the potential of AI driven attacks and the vulnerabilities. So, in that case, let's say a scenario where AI powered cyber attack is to be considered. So consider a scenario where malicious actors exploit the AI algorithm to launch sophisticated cyber attack on the cloud infrastructure. Once the AI algorithm is being exploited, by leveraging the AI for tasks such as reconsciousness, evasion, or malware generation, attackers can evade traditional security measures and amplify the scale and impact of their attack. So, in that particular case, there is need to look upon the adversarial side of the cyber attacks as well. So let's see, if let's suppose there is an adversarial attack where AI model are manipulated or deceived by the malicious input, pose a serious threat to the security of AI driven cloud systems. For example, an AI attacker could generate an adversarial sample to deceive an AI based intrusion detection system. So once this malicious data is being inserted in the AI-based ideas, this allow them to bypass the security control. And the case where the AI-based system should detect it an error, the ideas would not be identified that particular system as an attacker. So that can easily bypass that security control, and that's how it can have an unauthorized access to the sensitive data. And if that data, if it is related to the financial institutions like bank, like the government organization, for example DRDO or other organizations, this kind of attacks could be very sensitive. And in that particular case, we have to see from the security and privacy aspects how we can make our AI based cloud solutions to be more secure and to meet out the privacy requirements. The another downside of applying the AI to cloud computing challenges and the consideration is ethical and social implications. So as far as this the ethical and the social implications are concerned, let's see. For example, in that particular case, for C, the AI in cloud may raise an ethical and social implication, such as related to the fairness. In cases to it may be little bias if AI based program is being compromised. Who will be accountable in case of the issues and the impact on the human layer and the society. So as far as the AI bias in cloud service is concerned, consider a cloud-based AI platform used for automated decision making in the hiring process of employee. If the AI algorithm exhibit bias against certain demographic group or perpetuate existing inequalities, it can have a determinantal effect on individual opportunities and perpetuate societal injustice, because there are a lot of companies which are nowadays using the AI tools to shortlist the candidate. So in the similar way, let's a solution is being deployed where the AI-based cloud platform is there. The people are just uploading their resumes and the contents and the other details. And if AI-based shortlisting is being incorporated, and if an algorithm is somehow biased against a few certain points, then of course this would create an injustice on a societal aspects or in context to the individual opportunities. In that case, we have to see this challenge as one of the downside of algorithmic discrimination. So that algorithmic discrimination is maybe one of the challenging area of research where we have to see where AI system inadvertently discriminate against certain group or individuals based on the race, based on the gender, based on other protected characteristics, and that may have for reaching consequences in employment. And if let's suppose the area which are related to the finance, healthcare, or other domains are concerned, this would be more worst. And so there is a need to look from this particular perspective as well. So addressing these ethical concerns require careful considerations and mitigation strategies to ensure AI-driven cloud service promote fairness, diversity, and inclusion. So, in regard to the downside of applying the AI to cloud computing, I would say while the integration of AI and cloud computing offers the tremendous potential for innovation and efficiency, it is essential to recognize and address the downside and challenges associated with the convergence. And now there is need to critically analyze the benefits and the downside, and according to that, this require a lot of experimentation and the validation, and thereafter, based on the data, facts, and the human decision, we can say we have to identify where to apply this AI to cloud and specific to which set of applications. Thereafter, for example, from the over reliance of AI and the complexity to security and privacy concern, the ethical implications and the societal impact, and navigating the complexity of AI driven cloud environments again require a careful consideration, and the transparency and responsible AI governance uh, is an area which should be taken care. And therefore, I would say by understanding these downsides and adopting the proactive measure, we can harness the transformative power of AI in the cloud computing. And while mitigating different risks and ensuring the ethical and responsible deployment of AI technologies, this downside give us at the same time to look at the other side of the coin. So we have the two side of coin, which we already aware of. We know the benefits of applying the AI in cloud, and at the same time, we know the downsides of applying the AI in the cloud. So we have to critically examine, and accordingly we have to decide and take the decision based on the experimental data. So the next would be, let's say, what is the long term outlook for AI supported cloud computing? So, as far as the long term outlook for AI supported cloud computing looks to be exceptionally positive, AI will become an increasingly integrated into the cloud services and improving efficiency, improve the security and the innovation if it is rightly used. At the same time, there is a need to look at the ethical and the regulatory framework, and there is a need to mature the AI based solutions to ensure the responsible AI deployment. And this may convergence of AI and cloud computing will drive continuous growth, transforming industries and expanding the opportunity for innovation in the digital landscape. So, as far as envisioning the future, the long term outlook for AI supported cloud computing is concerned, let's look at the few AI based innovative solutions with the help of some example and the service providers. So, I will just try to give 4 to 5 examples in this case where we can say the long term outlook for AI supported cloud computing could be envisioning the future in this particular aspect. So, as far as the first example is concerned, we can say the AI driven innovation in cloud services. As far as this AI driven innovation in cloud services is concerned, the AI supported cloud computing is poised to revolutionize the delivery of cloud services, unlocking new level of efficiency and intelligence and agility. So, as far as an example, I would say the AI powered automation. To try to consider a cloud service provider that leverage AI algorithm for automated provisioning, automated configuration, and management of cloud resources. So, by harnessing the AI driven automation, the provider can streamline the operations, optimize the resource utilization, and enhance the service reliability. For example, let's say AWS Lambda. As far as the AWS Lambda is concerned, the AWS Lambda exemplify the transformative power of AI supported cloud computing, and with Lambda, the developers can deploy serverless application that automatically scale in response to incoming requests thanks to AI driven resource allocation and the management as one of the key area, and there are a lot of possibilities where this AI powered automation would reach to further heights. The second and very promising area where a lot of research papers are available nowadays is intelligent data management and analytics. So the AI supported cloud computing enables intelligent data management and analytics and empowering organizations to derive actionable insight from the vast amount of data. As far as the case study is concerned, I would say this comes under the predictive analytics, where we know the past data and we would like to predict the future possibilities. So as far as the area of healthcare is concerned, because in next upcoming slides, I took a case study where the integration of edge, cloud, and AI is applied in Internet of Medical Things. And with the help of architecture, technology, and application, I would try to explain the integration of these three beautiful technologies and how it is making the Internet of Medical Things to be a better version and a possible technology for the future use. So in that particular case, let's suppose if you consider a healthcare organization that utilizes AI-powered predictive analytics in the cloud to forecast the patient, optimize treatment, and to forecast the patient outcome, and to improve the healthcare delivery could be another future application where the Google Cloud Healthcare API is very popular, and this offer a glimpse into the future of AI supported data analytics in the cloud. And if that AI supported data analytics in the cloud is applied on the medical data, this could have a lot of potentials to help the medical professionals to easily predict, and it could be assisting tools for the doctors and the medical professionals to do early diagnosis. There are a lot of papers which are coming, and when I was going through the different papers, I came to know one of the paper where the people have applied the AI in coronary computed tomography angiography. So in that particular case, the people have used the machine learning and the deep learning algorithm to intelligently diagnosis the disease, in doing the decision making, to do the image interpretation, and doing the accurate classification. And let's try to understand if this AI based techniques is being applied on coronary computed tomography images, how this could be very helpful. And with the help of this cardiovascular computed tomography or the CT images, this particular area could look at the many heights. So in that particular case, in that similar kind of paper, the authors have leverages to apply the deep learning model, and they identified the coronary artery stenosis. And in that particular case, they try to do the comparison, and based on that machine learning and the deep learning models, they try to identify the images to automatically calculate the availability and the presence of the tomography angiography diseased. In this particular in the similar scenario, as far as the healthcare is concerned, in one of the study, the one a group of author have deployed the AI and the edge computing using the wearable devices for the fall detection and prevention of the elderly people. So in that particular case, their whole emphasis was to develop a platform where, let's suppose, there is a particular city or a particular area where elderly person is staying without other family members, and this is very common in Europe and US. So what they try to develop is, for those elderly people, they integrate the edge computing based devices, and they keep tracking their activities throughout the day. If a person is active, if a person is moving, the camera will recognize that activity as an active person. If a person is not good and uneven, then that could be another category. But if person is lying on bed, if not moving, then the camera would consider it to be an inactive person for a moment. And if this could be classified into different scenarios, and at the same time it can notify to the concerned caretaker. So the caretaker is able to know when the person is feeling, let's suppose, uh, inactive, and accordingly there is a possibility the person is sick. So in that particular case, they try to deploy the convolution neural network based model to recognize the various images and train the model. And when the model are being trained based on the different images, which are being constantly taking for the elderly people, based on those classification, this model can easily be identified. So they compare the different categories of model as well, where they compare the neural network, recurrent networks, and other networks to identify the accuracy of a particular movement of those elderly persons. So this could be very interesting solutions in the upcoming years, where the data is completely processed on the cloud, and where the AI is trying to process the data, and this particular processed data, the prediction is being made, and based on the prediction, and the person who should be reported are being reported. So the healthcare is one of the area which is very close to my heart, and the people are doing a lot of research where they are trying to explore the possibility of data, specifically the healthcare data on the cloud, and leveraging how the AI can further assist in different aspects. There are a lot of research paper where the people have incorporated the uses of AI directly or indirectly, and they are trying to look at the potential of AI in various aspects. So the Google Cloud Healthcare API could also be one of the area where it has a lot of utility from different aspects. Now look at another envisioning the future from the aspects of security and the compliances. So, as far as the key feature of security and the compliances is concerned, let's try to understand the AI supported cloud computing, where the cloud computing hold the promise of enhancing security and the compliances in the cloud environment, but enabling proactive threats detection, risk mitigation, and the regulatory compliances. So, in that particular scenario, let's try to take one example where we have an AI driven cybersecurity model. So, consider a case where a financial institution that deploy the AI powered cybersecurity solution in the cloud to defend against the cyber threats, to detect the anomalies, and to protect the sensitive data. Now, in the similar way, the Microsoft Azure Sentinel has already applied a similar features, and in this particular case, this Microsoft Azure Sentinel exemplify the intersection of AI and the cloud computing and cybersecurity. So, with the help of this system, this Microsoft Azure Sentinel leveraging AI algorithm for threat intelligence, for behavioral analytics, and automated incident response systems. So Azure Sentinel enable organizations to detect and respond to security threats in real time, strengthening their cyber defense in the cloud. Now look at the another part where we have to see the utility of AI from the democratization of AI technologies. So AI supported cloud computing democratizes access to advanced AI technologies. For example, empowering the organizations of all size and industries to harness the power of AI for innovation and growth. For example, in the first few slides, I took an example of AIS platforms, where try to consider a startup that leverages AI as a service platform in the cloud to deploy AI powered applications without the need for significant upfront investment in the infrastructure or the expertise. So we want to see the example of IBM Watson Studio is one of the example which exemplify the democratization of AI technologies in the cloud. So with the Watson Studio, organizations can access a suite of AI tool and service for data science, machine learning, and deep learning for democratizing the access to advanced AI capabilities and accelerating the innovation in the cloud. So this was another area. So in finally, I would say in context to long-term outlook for AI supported cloud computing, the long-term outlook for AI supported cloud computing is one of the immense process and potential, and from the AI driven innovation in the cloud services to intelligent data management to enhance security and the democratization of AI technologies, the convergence of AI and cloud computing will continue to redefine the digital landscape, and this could be considered as fuel to transformative changes across industries. By embracing the AI supported cloud computing and harnessing its capability for innovation, organization can unlock new opportunities and that can drive business growth and shape a brighter future for the digital age. So, based on the points which I have discussed in context to envisioning the future, this is how we can say there are a lot of capabilities for the innovation, but at the same time we have to see up to what extent we want to use it. We can unlock different, and you say a lot of new opportunities, but at the same time there's a need to make a balance, because in the first point itself I just try to talk the first point before it, which was the over reliance on AI. So if we take care of this point, which is over reliance on AI, this could solve the potential challenges in the future if we relied beyond a certain level on the AI systems, specifically in the cloud. So these were the few points which try to include in context to envisioning the future, which is, I would say, the long-term outlook for AI-supported cloud computing. Now, from the next part, I thought let's look at the AI cloud synergy. So AI is the simulation of human intelligence in machines, and cloud computing, the delivery of computing service over the internet, are two pivotal technologies that have matured over the past decade. But what happened? The AI is being evolved over the past few decades, and this has been applied to make the algorithms intelligent. At the same time, cloud computing has delivered different kind of services over the internet. So there is a need to see what could be the side effects of marriage of AI and the cloud computing, and see if we look from the aspects of integrating AI in cloud, whether it's a perfect synergy, or there is a need to reinvestigate from the different aspects. So as it AI require immense computing power to process complex data, while the cloud offers scalable on-demand resources. So how the AI can assist the cloud services in one way or another way. So I just explore these particular points further before I am coming to the case study which I took for the discussion. So this AI cloud synergy in unleashing the power of convergence, I just thought let's look at in the first part as AI driven innovation in cloud services. So, as I told few minutes ago, let's try to consider a case where the autonomous data centers are there. Imagine a scenario where a cloud provider leverages AI algorithm to create the autonomous data centers, which are capable of self-optimization, self-healing, and predictive maintenance. For example, the same autonomous data centers are being deployed by Google DeepMind in data centers, and the Google DeepMind AI subsidiary implemented AI algorithm in its data center to optimize energy uses, to reduce the cooling cost, and enhance overall efficiency. So by analyzing the vast amount of data in real time, DeepMind AI system achieves significant energy saving, demonstrating the potential of AI-driven innovations in the cloud infrastructure. Now we have to see the integration of AI and cloud from the another aspect which is very important, which is about the intelligent data processing and the analysis. So as I was talking about few minutes ago about the healthcare, so we can see how the predictive analytics can have a different challenges if we apply the predictive analytics in healthcare. So consider a healthcare organization that harness AI-powered predictive analytics in the cloud to improve the patient outcome, optimize the treatment plan, and enhance clinical decision making. For example, the Philips Health Suite Insight is there. The Philips Suite Insight utilize AI and ML algorithm in the cloud to analyze the healthcare data from the diverse sources, including electronic health records, medical devices, wearable computing devices, by identifying the patterns, trends, and anomalies in the data. Health Suit Insight enable healthcare providers to deliver personalized care, detect the early sign of disease, and improve the population health management. Because what happened in this particular case, the traditional medical model has a problems, and there's a lot of difficulty while you want to visit a particular doctors require a proper time, and there's a need to commute, and specifically for the elder people it's very challenging. And so of course if we have the model where we have such facilities where the AI model is already in place and which can and have the analysis on the data. So this could help in several ways, and this could have if I would say a complete infrastructure. There is a word which is very popular nowadays, which is Internet of Medical Things. So that Internet of Medical Things serve all aspects of the medical field, which includes the identity recognition, and as it is written, the early sign of disease. So I would say it can easily do the vital sign monitoring. The best part is the remote monitoring is possible. There is no need to sit every time in front of the doctors. If there are some warning sign, then the signals could be transmitted to the healthcare professional, and this can also save a lot of time, energy, and the same doctors can monitor a lot of patient at the same time. So there are a lot of advantages, and if such type of systems are in place, that can reduce the treatment cost also. Initially this kind of systems may require a more investment, but slowly and slowly if you look at the investment per person cost, I would say this would be less. So this could reduce the treatment cost from the aspects of doctor and from the patient as well, and it can enable the patient to get the personalized medical services anytime, anywhere. So if somebody is who's elder, who's in a particular village or maybe in an area where he's not staying with the family members, that person can also explore the potential of such technologies, where if there are critical problems, their family members may be notified, and at the same time the patient data can be shared with the medical institutions. And another thing which is very common, and which if you can correlate in the current scenario, whenever usually what I've seen is if a patient is visiting to a hospital, the hospitals do not have their medical history, because that e-records is not being maintained by the most of hospitals. So what happened, they start doing all tests on the patient, and thereafter the doctor are able to understand the current situation of a particular patient. But if particular digital records of health data is there, and if a person is being admitted into an hospital, that previous health checkup or health records may be utilized to do or to recommend the prescriptions in the current time. So this could save a lot of time, and if the AI based system are there, they can easily do the analysis that these were the previous conditions of a patient, and the doctor have a very good understanding that this is a past history of a particular patient. This patient was on so and so drugs, and this is the current situation, and based on that they can recommend the better treatments. So I would say that the synergy of AI and cloud may harness the AI powered predictive analytics in the cloud, and of course, it could improve the patient outcome. It can optimize the treatment plans, and it can enhance the critical decision making. Because sometimes, as far as the fee scenarios related to the heart attacks or few other critical disease are concerned, the doctor asks a lot of questions from the family members of the patient, but if still they have the data then in that case it can save a lot of time and energy. So this could, I would say, one of the area where there is still uh, a long path to go, but this could also have a lot of potential in future. Another one is related to the synergy of AI cloud in context to security and the threat detection. So I would say, for example, consider a case, the AI powered cyber defense. So imagine a scenario where a financial institution deploy AI powered cybersecurity solution in the cloud to protect against sophisticated cyber attacks, detect anomalies, and the mitigate risk. So in that case, let's try to look at an example of Amazon Guard Duty. This is a cloud native threat detection service that utilizes the AI algorithms to analyze network traffic, user behavior, and the application activity for the sign of malicious activity. And by continuously monitoring the cloud environments and identifying the suspicious behavior patterns, the guard duty, which is being built by the Amazon, help organizations to detect and respond to the security threats in real time. So this is how it enhances the cloud security postures and the resilience. The another point I would like to touch upon is about the personalized user experiences. In that case, let's look at the e-commerce recommendations. In that case, consider an e-commerce platform that leverages the AI algorithm in the cloud to analyze user preferences, purchase history, and browsing behavior to provide personalized product recommendations. So Netflix is one of the very common example where it utilizes the AI and machine learning algorithm in the cloud to deliver personalized movie and TV show recommendations to the user, and by analyzing viewing habits and the rating and the interaction of a particular user, Netflix recommendations engine curates a customized content catalog for each user, and that basically enhance the user engagement and the satisfaction. So this is another area which I thought there is need to discuss it. Apart from it, I would say, if we look from the integration of AI in cloud, the cloud and AI integration uh, could represent a transformative force driving innovation. This would, of course, increase the efficiency and scalability across the industries, and from AI driven innovation in cloud service to intelligent data processing. This may enhance the security and personalized user experiences. The AI cloud synergy unlock new possibilities and the opportunity for organizations to thrive in the digital age. So, by embracing this convergence and harnessing its power, the organizations can unlock new level of competitiveness, agility, and the growth in an increasingly connected and data-driven world. So, in last, I would say, as far as the enhancement processing power and the scalability is concerned, the uh, the, the The AI demand enormous computational resources for tasks like machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and the traditional computing infrastructures often struggle to meet these demands. So the cloud computing address this challenge by offering scalable resources that can dynamically be adjusted to match the requirement of AI workload, and this enable business to harness the AI a full potential without investing the without investing in the expensive hardware. And I would say, as far as the key uses of AI technology is concerned, As far as we have already discussed the key technologies of AI in context to AI in context to the cloud includes the ML, natural language processing, and the robot computer vision expert system. So among all of these, the ML is the most widely used technology, and it basically discover and harness the potential from the learning, and that can provide and guide the cloud service providers and the cloud services in decision making. So there are a lot of systems which are coming up with AI based solutions where the AI is directly or indirectly is being used at different levels. And in the similar way, I have already quoted an example with the help of NLP. We can convert that unstructured medical text information into the structured data, and that could found to be very helpful for the medical professionals. So I just try to give few examples with the help of the AI, specifically in context to the medical field. And as far as the data-driven insights and analytics is concerned, I would say the AI has the ability to analyze the vast amount of data, and it's further amplified by the cloud storage capabilities. So still have the cost efficiency and resource optimization. And finally, I would say that still there are challenges and the considerations, but we have to understand what are the advantages for us, and then there is a need to widely analyze those advantages, and at the same time there is a need to look for the challenges. So we have to see, while AI cloud integration offer immense benefit, we should not ignore the challenges that include the data privacy, security, and the potential vendor lock-in. Organizations must carefully choose the data providers that align with their security and the compliance requirement. And additionally, the data privacy regulations must be adhered to specifically when handling sensitive customer information is concerned. So I just try to give the basic on leveraging of AI to the cloud computing and its challenges. Along with that, I just try to cover what are the several benefits. So this was all from my side. If you have some questions, you may ask your questions, please.